Today is Tuesday, the 26th day of Elul, just a few days before Rosh Hashanah. Today we'll speak about the Musaf, prayer of Rosh Hashanah. Every day of the year, there was a korban that was brought in the morning, korban tamid of the morning, and one korban tamid of the afternoon. So there were two sacrifices, communal sacrifices that were brought to Bet HaMikdash day in and day out of every day of the year. When it was a day of Rosh Chodesh or Shabbat or a festival or a holiday, then an additional korban, communal sacrifice would be brought, and that would be the korban Musaf, the korban Musaf, which is an additional, Musaf means Hebrew, additional korban, additional to whatever was brought every day. Nowadays that we don't have the Bet HaMikdash, instead of korbanot, instead of the sacrifices, we say a prayer. The pasuk says, "Unshalema parihim sefatenu," and we'll pay our obligation of bringing oxen to the Bet HaMikdash, which would be certain types of korbanot. Instead of that, sefatenu, our lips, through our prayers, we will fulfill the obligation, so to speak, of having brought a communal offering in the Bet HaMikdash. Instead, the prayer takes place. So that's why on Shabbat we have a Tfilat Musaf, we have an extra Amidah, on Rosh Chodesh also, and on the holidays. Typically, the prayer of a holiday or Shabbat includes in it, like every Tfilah of Amidah, 3 blessings in the beginning, which have to do with praising Hashem, and 3 blessings at the end, which have to be with thankfulness. The middle of the Amidah speaks of the subject of the day, whether it's Rosh Chodesh or Shabbat or the festival, and it's one beracha. But the Musaf of Rosh Hashanah includes 3 blessings in the middle section of the Amidah. And these 3 blessings, these 3 paragraphs, so to speak, are on the main theme, or the main themes of the day, which is Malchuyot, kingships, Zichronot, remembrances, Shofarot, and Shofars. And in other words, by expressing ourselves on these 3 subjects, and the way it's done is by bringing 10 Pesukim, 10 verses from the Torah, the Ketubim, and the Nevi'im and the Ketubim. 10 verses will express the theme, number 1, of Malchuyot, which means sovereignty, because today, on the day of Rosh Hashanah, we declare the sovereignty of Hashem, the dominion of Hashem, the fact that Hashem is king over the world, and we are, as his subjects, declare that he is king. And various psukim are brought to express that idea. And then Zichronot, which means remembrances, because on the day of Rosh Hashanah, Hashem, quote unquote, remembers each and every single person in each and every single country or every society. The day of Rosh Hashanah is the day when since it is the anniversary of the creation of man, all of humanity is judged on that day, is remembered, and rewards are given for those merits, and person, it could be a judge, and that's why we do teshuvah during this period. So when we come to the day of judgment, when he remembers every single person, that remembrance will be for a positive and a blessed new year that will come. So various psukim have to do with the fact that Hashem remembers, and that would be the remembrances. And then after that, we have the shofar. So shofar is the blowing of the shofar, which we do on Rosh Hashanah, and psukim having to do with the shofar being blown, whether it is at Mount Sinai or the shofar that will be blown when the Mashiach will come. But these are psukim that have to do with the shofar. So these 3 subjects are actually the themes of Rosh Hashanah, which are declaring that Hashem is king, the idea that Hashem remembers and considers every person and all of humanity on this day, and shofarot, and with what we bring, the shofar brings the idea of that Hashem should deal with us with compassion and with mercy through the blowing of the shofar. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.